So, we've cleared the emotions, we've reprogrammed the brain. Where are we going next? The spiritual. So, how do we work on spiritual healing? Well, this one's a bit of a trickier subject. Belief in deities or lack of them is not the least controversial subject to talk about, so I will keep it brief. This one really does depend on the individual. If you have a fantastic belief system that works for you and does not control your life in any way, I salute you. Keep it and keep doing what you're doing. That's my general motto. If anything lights you up and makes you feel happy to be alive, please do more of that. If, however, the opposite is true, you don't have that and what you have been believing in is not filling you with joy, and the opposite is maybe true, we need to have a conversation about that. If you come from a particular family which has a very strong set of religious beliefs that maybe you don't really believe, we can talk honestly and openly about it, and all the sessions I do are in the strictest of confidence. Sometimes you just need to have a talk with someone who isn't going to judge you for going against the grain of what's accepted as normal. So, what do we do if the belief we have isn't currently serving us? Do we abandon it completely? I'm a solid maybe on this. I think it never hurts to try things out, and sometimes we might need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Does it normally fill us with joy? So why isn't it now? It's more a case of trying to find your way back to what lights you up. If that's just walking away for now to try and figure it out, I think that's perfectly acceptable in any spiritual belief. If it's not, then that opens up more questions as to why you're following it in the first place. If you decide it's just a rough patch and you want to go back to it, then that's entirely up to you. To have a spiritual belief is a very personal thing, and nobody has the right to judge. Nobody has the right to judge you for not having one either. Energy healing is about empowering the person you're working with and helping them to get back to the best version of themselves. If the person you're currently working with is not respecting your spiritual beliefs, then maybe it's time to find a new healer. So finally, soul healing. What is your soul? It's your essence. It is all of who you are. It's been with you for lifetimes, and it will be with you for many more. How do we damage our soul in the first place? Everything we've already talked about can potentially create blocks between you and your soul. That doesn't make sense. If my soul is part of me, how can we make blocks? Well, if any of the other 5 bodies are a bit too heavy and dense, you don't really get the messages as clearly through from your higher self as you should. If we look at it like this, if every emotion we have adds one layer of paper between us and our soul, then every negative thought adds another. It's not going to take too long before the sound is totally muffled and you can't hear what your higher self is trying to tell you. So, how do we clear this? We do all of the things we've already talked about. We clear down our emotions and reprogram our minds to be better versions of ourselves. Then we can hear the messages without everything else muddying up the waters for us. So if we've done that and it's still not working, where do we go from there? Well, then my friends, it's time to dive into the Akashic Records. One of the things you can try to help heal your soul is the meditation I already have here on YouTube, the Soul Recall or Energy Recall meditation. We leave so much of our energy behind, and when we do that, we're essentially leaving parts of our soul behind. So using that meditation to call them back is always a good thing. I will do a more in-depth meditation at some point where I will literally put these 5 things together and do a long one for you, so hopefully you'll come out at the end of that the best version you possibly can be. In the meantime, however, I hope you keep following the series. The Akashic Records are fascinating. I've been working with it for a while now and I love it. And that's our next topic of conversation. If you have enjoyed this series and you have enjoyed this video, please give me a like and a subscribe. If you have any questions and you think I can answer them, you can always reach out to me in the comment section below or on my Facebook page or on my website. Thank you for being here.